To the central east of Algerian territory, more precisely less than 240 kilometers southeast of the capital, in the high plateaus on a plain of 500 meters of altitude between the Hodna Shot and its mounts, built all along the Ksob River, stands the city of Msila. The province of Msila covers an area of 18,175 square kilometers. Its ecological aspect is unified and its relief diversified. Sand dunes, pine forests, oases and palm groves. The steppe extends over 63% of the total area devoted to cereal growing, arboriculture and truck farming. Msila is an agro-pastoral region where each season imposes its colors. Its extreme climate and its generosity, which offers the ubiquitous livestock, various grazing lands and reliefs, which still preserve traces of a former life of our history. Msila shelters a lot of mysteries. Its phenomena of attraction even defy the laws of physics. During the first half of the 20th century, the exploitation of esparto in the Msila region served to produce the most noble esparto paper. In the vicinity of Gamra, the esparto shares the grounds with a variety of medicinal plants. A real miracle to overcome the chronic diseases like high blood pressure, rheumatisms, and many other ailments from whom suffers the modern man. The sheep of the Hodna is renowned not only for the good taste of its flesh, but also for the quality of its dry and pure wool. Among the passing migratory birds, the big eagle of the Nile banks has settled in the territories of the Hodna. The esparto fields are lost in the horizon. The Hodna, this linchpin between the north and the south, at the Numid era, witnessed manifold civilizations, from the most primitive to the most prestigious. Only the most powerful of them were spared, those which chose the Hodna as capital and as a blossoming center. In the municipality of Madhid, on the mountain side of Bishara, 35 kilometers to the north of the chief town of the province, stands the imposing Qal'a, which is evidence of the first capital of the Hammadid princes, founded in the year 1007. The Qal'a Bani Hamad Ben Bulughin, a symbol of a fortified Muslim city, classified as part of World Patrimony by UNESCO in 1980. The Archaeological Museum of the Qal'a was created in November 1995, not far from the citadel. It shelters the discoveries of the 1974 expedition. Time could not erode and men's men could not destroy the memory of the big city, its dwellings, its mosque, its souvenirs, which plunge you at the contact of each object into a past which testifies to the grandeur of the peoples of the Hudna. The Hudna, a historic zone, a land of the great men of the revolution, welcomes like pilgrims the actors of the National Liberation War in the depths of the rocks in order to evoke and to share moments of recollection. It's in this place, in the oasis of 24,000 palm trees, at the heart of the city of the Master of Happiness, Busada, where rests the one who, enamored with the region, could not uproot his soul from the sacred lands of this picturesque city. Nasreddin Etienne Diné, this French painter of the late 19th century, fascinated by the exotic landscapes, the traditions, the cultural and spiritual life, its work and even its eternity to this land. He died in Paris on December 20th, 1929, on his return from his pilgrimage to Mecca. Exhausted, he expressed a wish to be repatriated and exhumed in the gardens of Busada. In the house which extends as over an area of 8 hectares in the Wedshire region, the buried city of Al-Gahra, revealed during digging works conducted in February 2006, a mosaic dating back to the Roman period. The continental climate, subjected to Saharan influences, allows the Hudna to receive between 200 and 400 millimeters of rainwater per year. The northern zones are the most irrigated, accumulated in groundwaters or supplying the big basin, which receive the wet waters before flowing into the Hudna Shot. Inexhaustible sources arise in the heart of reliant canyons. The Ferrero Mill offers an incomparable setting. During the season of big rainfalls, the weds break out before returning to the normal course. Being traditional, the Fantasia represents for the populations of the Hodna region an ancestral ritual where man and horse, as accomplices, achieve feats and give a show for the reconstitution of old scenes which are still alive in the collective memory. The Msila province, the Queen of the Hodna, offers, thanks to its history, its strategic position, its climatic assets, its reliefs and its riches, all the means to participate in the rediscovery of its touristic, agro-pastoral, archaeological, economic and ecological potentialities.